I opened up an ice cream parlor called Beelzebub's with Harvey and Marilyn Diamond on the beach at Venice. And we had gotten to the point where we were doing pretty well, but we hadn't finalized the lease with the landlord. I wanted to be able to roller skate into one door, buy your ice cream, and roller skate out another door. So the traffic would flow through. That required us to have to open up a door on the right side of the building. So I went with my leases to Werner Schaff, who was the landlord in Beverly Hills, and I was driving my 19 whatever it was Ford Falcon. It was really not a Beverly Hills car. When I pulled it to his offices, I didn't want to give it to the valet because I was embarrassed about my car, so I drove my car into the back of the lot and hid it. So we're sitting there, and Mr. Brown, who sits behind his bodyguard, is sitting behind him. So he's signing the leases. But I wanted to ask Werner if he would give us an $800 rent credit so that I could open up that door. He said, "Why would I want to do that? If you put that door in, I need $800 more in deposit because I may not want that door when you leave." It's a 10-year lease. I couldn't believe what I was hearing, so looking at him, I reached over, I grabbed the leases, and ran. And got out, and he screams, "Get the leases!" to Mr. Brown. So I'm running down the halls, and I ran down the steps, and I could hear them running after me, and I ran outside to the parking lot and hide. They're talking to the valets, and I'm seeing them, so I crawl over to my car, and I get into my car, because it's in the back, and I start the engine up. I don't have a muffler, so... And I'm driving out of the parking lot, and Werner runs out into the street and stands in front of me. So he's got me. And then he comes around to the door, opens the door, and tries to grab the keys to my car, and I grab the keys to my car, and instead, he grabs my briefcase and walks away. Leases weren't in the briefcase. The leases were, on the floor. So I take the leases, I get up, I open up the trunk, I throw them in the trunk, I lock the trunk, jump in the car, and I drive home, back to Venice with the leases, thinking, what the hell did I just do?